Hello. Okay, we're going to start. Um, if you have any questions during the stream, just ask in the chat. I can see it all the time and I can answer. I'm going to start with a quick demo of what we're going to see. And afterwards, I'm going to show the entire process on how to create it. And that's it. Okay, let's share the screen. If anything goes wrong, tell me, because live streams always have surprises. So just let me know and we'll keep this alive as much as possible. I'll skip the introduction because whoever's here probably knows me, and if you don't know me, you can just go. I'll put this in the chat. This is a post I did on Instagram that just explains whatever is going on in my life easily. Okay, first of all, I want to start with a quick poll. I'm not sure there are enough people here to answer it, but I'll post it anyways because it's very important to me to know what stage you are of actually doing the same kind of process I'm showing today to know how relevant it is. So I will just put the poll here in the chat and you can answer whenever you want, and I'll start. The chat is the only communication I have with you, so once in a while just write something just so I know people are here listening. I'll keep talking to myself anyways, but it's nice to know that people are actually on the other side. So you can answer the poll. Okay, let's first talk about the problem. What the problem is. What am I trying to solve here? There are a lot of different ways to use AI. Most people use it for chat, and that chat has a million different ways of using it. But I'm specifically talking about business, about your own business and how you use it for your own business. So when I started using it, the biggest problem I had is context. I wanted to ask something. It doesn't matter what part of your business you're talking the chat with, if it's branding, if it's ideation, content creation, it really doesn't matter. But you're in communication with the software and you're trying to get something out of it. And my problem was that every time I had to talk with it, I had to put all of the context of what I wanted, like what my business is, what does it do, just basic information about your brand. So in the beginning, you would drop everything inside the chat in every new chat window you make. At some point, the memory became more effective, so you had the memory that remembers things about you. The problem is you probably, like most people, you don't use the AI just for one thing, just for your business. So it remembers everything about everything, and it's not always reliable. It doesn't always take the exact part that you want it to answer and use that as context. And so for example, you can talk, you can do chats about your business, and then you can do something about your private life, and then when you ask a question about your business, it mixes up things from your private life, which again is not effective. It's not an effective way to communicate. So that's the problem that I've been trying to solve for a while, and I think I found a system that solves it 99% of the time. So I used ChatGPT in the beginning, and I had agents, like projects, and I had instructions for each project, and that kind of solved the problem, but not exactly. Because every time you change something, you need to update the files. So these days I'm doing it with Gemini, which anyways, at least from my experience, is the best chat AI to use. for a lot of reasons, but specifically for this problem, I think it solves it the best way. So the idea is you build, you write one document. That document becomes your brain, your brand brain if you're doing stuff for your business. You write everything you want the chat to know about your business all the time. And that way it remembers everything. And specifically with Gemini, when you build gems, you build specific agents, you can connect all of them into one specific Google Doc, one document. And it's a live connection, it's a pipeline, it's not a static PDF that you always need to keep uploading. Every time you change it, it updates automatically to all the agents and they all know exactly what you're talking about. So instead of blabbing about it, I'm going to show you a demonstration. So I have my main account and I have another one just to show stuff because I need the system to be empty, so I needed to have nothing inside. But I'll show you my main account that I use for Bloomspark for my business all the time. And the way I use it is that I have gems. I have specific agents that help in a very specific problem solving, which I'm sure most of you use. I have one for writing content, for branding, for writing prompts, for one is a business coach, marketing, YouTube, whatever. And let's just do a small demonstration. So let's say I'm using the marketing gem, the marketing agent, and I want to do something that is related to marketing in my business. Okay, I want to write a LinkedIn post, whatever, which is not marketing, but it doesn't matter. So write a link post about my business. Nothing specific. Be creative. The most annoying thing you can ask anyone, even ChatGPT. So I usually write better prompts, but this is just an example. I just want you to see what it does, because I want, in purpose, I want not to give it too much information, because I know it's going to use whatever it has in the system. Okay, everyone here, can you send a message, even just a smiley face in chat, just so I can know you're there and alive? You see my screen blur. How blurry is this? Like you can't even read it? Or because I'm seeing I have another window that shows the stream, but it looks okay. It's not like a 4K quality, but it's readable. So I'm not sure how blurry you're seeing it. Hey Rosie. Okay, I'm using the thinking agent, the Pro 3, just for the example, but the fast one usually works for writing short content. You can use it also. Sabrina, let me know if you're still seeing it blurry or is it fine. Okay, so my marketing agent works with a workflow that is called mod. So everything I prompt it takes it through that workflow that is marketing, advertising, user experience, and design. So it's specific lens for everything, just so I know it analyzes everything quickly. And there's a lot of stuff we don't need to know, but let's say this is the post, contrarian angle, what is the goal of the post, what is the strategy, And then we have the headline and the body. This is the post itself. Okay, so you'll see there's this small icon near places that you can see. It says Bloomspark overview, Bloomspark Labs overview. So it's taking reference from the memory and it writes the content to fit that exact part of the brand brain of what I told him that I want to talk about. I want to talk about brand drift. I want to talk about the connection between human art direction and AI. So it knows all of this, and the posts are very, very specific to what I want to write. Let's look at the chat just for a second. Yeah, Sabrina, I think it's just you because other people see it. Okay, but it will be available afterwards in YouTube if you want to see it again in high quality. Okay, anyways, you can see it does a very, very specific job. It's not very general. If I'll take the same prompt, let's take the same prompt, put it in the empty Gemini with no customization, with nothing. Let's see what it gives me. Blah blah blah, generic, right? Very, very generic stuff. I don't think anyone would be interested in taking this and posting it. So we want the AI to be very specific. We want it to know everything about our business. We want it to be this is marketing example, like a post, but it could be anything. Anything you create for your business has to be specific for your business. I mean, otherwise it's just generic and everyone just posts the same content everywhere and it has no meaning. So this is what the system does, and now I'll show you behind the scenes a little bit. So I'll open the document. Maybe I can open it from here. I wish. No. Maybe I can. Oh wow, I can. That's nice. But I didn't want this one. I wanted the labs. Yeah. Labs overview. So you can even open it inside Gemini. You don't even need to open Google Docs, which is incredible. So this is an example of the document I have, because this is what I feel I need for my business, what I need all of the agents, all of the gems to know about me before they give me any kind of output. You can customize it to your needs, but the only thing you do is just open a Google Doc, write whatever you want inside of it, and then I'll show you how to upload it when you create a specific gem. So specifically for me, this is Bloomspark Lab. If you don't know anything about it, I'll tell you in the end, but for now it's this is like a description of what it does, the definition, mission, vision, positioning, very basic brand stuff. What is the core problem that the business is solving? What is the solution? Brand voice, it's very important. You need to have a list of things you want the AI to do and things you don't want it to do. So you want it to talk in a specific way. You want it to have a certain personality that is your brand. That's your personality. You choose whatever you want, but you want it to know all the time that everything it writes, every output you get, is very, very specific and tailored to your own business. How it works, whatever, members, community values, blah blah blah. This could be as long as you want or as short as you want. It really doesn't matter. That's also one of the reasons I like to use Gemini, because the context window is very, very big at Gemini, so you can hold a lot of information for a long time. So you can make this document as busy as you want. Let's do something like this. I will take the document again. I'll just copy everything from here and start a new thing. Let's take just the first page to be basic. So let me just check that I did everything. Okay, how is it until now? Okay, you're getting the hang of it? Is it too complicated? Is it fine, give me some feedback. This is what I love about doing stuff on live stream. It's not a YouTube video that I work on for a month and record myself and do everything perfect and upload it, and then I don't even know if people like it or not. This way I can actually get feedback from actual humans. So whatever you want to say, you can say it in the chat. I'm reading it and I'm hearing it. Okay, so let's say I have a new account. Okay, this is an empty account. This is something you can accomplish with ChatGPT also. Again, I think the best option right now is Gemini. It's by far better, especially with the new Pro 3 version. But let's say I'm going to create a new gem. Okay, you click on gems, new gem, got it, blah, blah, blah. Marketing hero. Description. This gem is amazing in marketing. So this is the part when you give it instructions also. That's what I didn't show you. Let's see the marketing agent that I have and what instructions it has inside of it. So these are my instructions that I gave it. They're very complicated. They don't have to be that way, but let's say we use that for now. So for those of you who don't know, the instructions is every time the agent starts working, it reads this first, and this has a list of instructions to help it do exactly what you want it to do. So the basic is first like a definition. You're an expert level specialist, consultant in marketing, advertising, blah, blah, blah. Core business context. This is where you want to give it the context of the document that you're going to upload. So my primary business information is blah, 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 Bloomspark overview file. So I'm telling it that inside of here, there's going to be a file with this name that it will take all of the primary business information from. I won't put it for now, I'll just finish this part. And then, again, I really love to use the mod system. I think it's very good for marketing. If you want, you can read more about it, or I can do another live specifically about it, but it just takes everything you write through a very specific lens. That is marketing, advertising, user experience, and design, which is every marketing element that you make usually touches one of those or all of those. And then it has some basic instructions of I usually like when specific agents answer me in a specific way. They build the answer in a specific way, because every agent helps you with something else, and usually the output needs to look a bit different. But this is just you don't have to do it. It's just me. I'm crazy. So I'm giving it instructions, and then let's. I wanted to take the document from here. Let's take this one, it really doesn't matter. And I'll copy just the first few paragraphs. Okay, brand voice is important, so let's take the brand voice too. I'm putting it in a new document. I'm going to call it Bloomspark overview. Okay, Google, you don't need to save anything, it does everything automatically. This is the title. Okay, let's say this doesn't exist, so you know it's the exact same name. So now I have the document. It has everything about my business, everything I wanted to know. And now when I build the gem, I just go here to knowledge, hit the plus, add from Google Drive. Don't upload a file, because if you upload a file, it's going to be static and then you can't update it automatically. So add from Drive. Now you can see it's always here because I created it today. I'm inserting it. It's going to upload. This is a good time to ask questions while we wait, if you have any. Okay, and save. Start chat. Now I have a gem. Okay, I have an AI agent that is specifically made for marketing. So now let's start with some questions, just so we know that it is actually connected to the document. What do you know about my business? I'm going to use fast just so I don't make it long, but usually for complex stuff I prefer to use the 3 Pro agent. No, that I wasn't clicking that. Fantastic question, blah blah blah. Based on the document, you see, business model, core values, it knows everything about me. It knows how I want to speak. It knows who's my target audience. It knows my positioning. It knows everything. So everything I'm going to ask it to create next, it's going to be way better quality than anything else you can get. So write a landing page for my business. Make sure you use my tone of voice. So I want it to use brand voice. Let's just make this a bit more obvious for everyone. I'm gonna make it bigger, like that. Do not. And I'm gonna make it much simpler just for the demonstration. Okay, so I'm gonna tell it use our brand voice. Right. Okay, so now it's gonna write something. It's gonna be customizable. Oh yeah, I added that part. What is the single most important goal? Let's say it's sell a product. So the way I set up the instructions for the agent, I told him every time I ask you to do something, you have to ask me for one single purpose, because I'm sure most of you know in marketing that's very important. You have to have a single goal that you want to achieve, and then it writes all the content specifically to that goal. So that's like an extra tip that is not related, but it's very good. So now it's writing. Okay, hero section for the landing page. The headline is stop guessing, start scaling, and everything it writes is clear and candid because I asked for it to write in a clear and candid voice. So now, just to show you how automatic the link is, I'm going to go into here and I'm going to change the voice trait to funny, make jokes. I don't know, let's say this is enough. Okay. Let's just long sentences, complex English. I'm just doing the opposite. Let's ask for hype everything. Okay. Saving. I'm going to go to here again and I'm going to ask for the same thing again, and I tested it a lot. It supposedly works, but this is a live stream, so usually things break. Okay, let's prompt it better. Make sure you use the brand voice. Use the updated. If this doesn't work, it might need just to start on a new chat. Yeah, you see it's still taking the old one. So let's copy this. Marketing hero. Let's try this again. Oh, I knew it's not gonna work when I stream it live. Let's do something else. I might have some instructions here that are contradicting, so I want to make sure it's reading the document. What is in the this is a good way to debug stuff. I'm happy that this happens live, so you know how to deal with it. So I'm asking it what it's reading exactly in this part of the document, and for some reason it's not updating. Oh, okay, yeah. Now it's okay. Funny, make jokes. Let's see, there's nothing contradicting here. Okay, so now let's do this. Maybe I can even be more accurate. So I'm telling it to write a landing page specifically using this part, because there might be something here that is contradicting and then it gets confused. So let's do that. See what happens. Okay, yeah. It's not really funny, but whatever. AI is not very good with humor. Right, LinkedIn post using the overview file. Maybe it's because I'm not using the thinking model. Fun, Google fun. I think the main problem is that I'm using the free account, and maybe it's not using the pro model, but now it is. Anyways, this is the setup. You build agents, you give them specific prompts, you put one file and update the file everywhere, and then you can just use that. I'll just demo it maybe in my this one. So let's say business coach. Okay, hey, I want to open a restaurant as part of the Blooms Park business. Is that a good choice? Stupid question, but that's on purpose because I want to see how it reacts. So the business coach is supposed to guide me doing different business decisions that I have. And I can also, I don't want to stop it, but I can show you the prompt that I used to feed it. Okay, opening a restaurant appears to be a strategic error. Probably. Misaligned mission, lifestyle conflict. Because it knows everything about me, it knows that opening a restaurant for me is a very, very big negative decision. And you can see it uses sources. So what I did, I have the main design studio, and it has two parts. It has the studio and it has the lab. So I made two different files for both of those, and then every time I prompt it, I can tell him this one is for this business, this one is for this business. And also I had like a document that is personal about me. It's like kind of my history, my origin story, whatever. And that way when I ask to write content, if it's personal, if it's about me, then I can ask it use this document to write whatever I'm asking it to write. So you can customize it, you can add multiple files, you can, because if you have a few businesses and you don't want it to get confused, you can just write it, reference this document, and use only that. I've been using this system for the past 3 months, 4 months, since I moved to Gemini from ChatGPT. I had projects, I had everything set up in ChatGPT, but this just streamlines everything. It works much faster. It's more comfortable. I just don't see any reason. I canceled my ChatGPT membership, and I'm using the Google ecosystem for everything because it just works much better. Okay, so after this live, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of the prompts that I used. I'm going to have a basic Google Doc that has your business profile, like a basic business things that I think you should have at least inside this document, and then you can use the templates to adjust it to your own. But I'll package everything. I'll put it in a link that you can get to, and then you can see this video, download all the prompts and the files. It's going to make it way easier for you to build it. So I think that's going to be a little bit better. That's it. Any questions? Let's open Q&A, and if anything was a bit difficult to understand, or you want me to answer stuff live, I'm going to put it in the chat. There's a QA way to do it. So you can just add questions here and I can answer them. In the meantime, I'm going to show you why am I doing this live anyway? I mean, why this exists? So the main reason is you probably already know, but I'm opening an online community that does this on a daily basis. So finding a problem that you have in your business and solving it through AI, but doing it the right way, because a lot of people use AI automatically. Very straightforward, without any workflows, without any systems, and then you mostly get a lot of generic stuff that is very bad for your business and for building a brand, to have some kind of uniqueness out there. So the whole idea is to build a community that let's get to a website that helps you do it in the right way. So I'll put the link in the chat also, and you can ask questions also in the chat. We don't really need the Q&A part, so you can check it out. So the thing that made me create the community is that I've been using AI for the past 2 years, but for the past 3-4 months I've been really using it for everything in my business. And I had a lot of breakpoints that I said to myself, I just can't use this anymore, because everything I get from it is so generic that I need to work double just to make it to actually connect to what I'm trying to do and to my business and to what I want to offer people. So I did a lot of work on customizing it, and I'm not just talking about what I demonstrated now with chats, also for image creation, video creation, designs, everything you can do with AI. There's a generic way of doing it, and then there's a customizable way of doing it with workflows. So what I believe is that it's the right way to do stuff is to share them with as much as people as possible and make them accessible. So those who don't know me, I've been doing branding for the past 16 years, and branding is not that approachable for small business. I know that it's a very expensive process, and my goal during those years was to make it accessible as much as possible. And I got to a point that I can offer pretty good brand identity and strategy to small businesses, but still some people can't afford it, and some people don't want to do the handoff. I'm creating the brand for you, here it is, and then you go disappear into the void, and I need to hope that you keep it in the same way that is good for your business. So my main thing for this community is to help people, first of all, create a brand, a really strong brand, and then maintain it for forever, and grow it and make it grow and make it better. And I think branding is the most important thing you can do for your business. And I think this worked for me as a community. because I love communities. Again, if you know me, I've been doing this for my whole life, and I believe in, instead of selling something to one person for a big budget and working on it for 6 months, and then maybe after 2 months it's out there, it's not going to look the same, it's not going to work the same, because it's not just creating the brand, it's also maintaining and making sure it stays the same. So this way I can group people. Let's say my dream is maximum 50 people, and then it's not going to be more than that. It's a very small community, and I can take my time and give it to a lot of people in the same time and guide you through the whole journey. And there's, again, this is my way of doing it, which I think is very good. So I'm going to use Notion as the knowledge base and Discord as community communication. So the Notion board is going to have a lot of information inside it. Let's see if I want to share it. So I want to add it to the screen, and then we can finish everything. Again, if you have questions, you can just ask them while I'm showing this. But I really want to show you a demo of it. So let's see if this works, because it's in a different browser, but no. Okay. Let's edit the window, and I'm gonna share it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is a demo of the portal itself. So this is what you get when you're a part of the community. You get a Notion knowledge base that has courses that I create in different topics. Everything is about branding, but branding is about your business. So it's all about having your own business, growing it, learning more to make it better, whatever. Courses, workshops like this one that we do live inside the community, a lot of workflows that I build and give the community to use. Again, like what I did now in the live session. Experiments, I think, is the most interesting part, because AI is new, and it's always new. It's always changing. Every month something else is different, and it's very hard to follow. It's even more hard to become very good at something when a month later it's like a whole different thing. So we do a lot of experiments with very specific tools, let's say image generation or video generation or whatever the community wants to focus on. We do a lot of experiments, and then we share all of those experiments with the outcomes in the community. And if the experiment is a success, then we take whatever we created and we make it a workflow, a workshop, or even a tool that you can use. So an AI tool that you can just log in and use it for your own needs, and it's going to be available for everyone in the community. This one example takes a photo, you put your brand colors, and then it transforms the picture to fit your own brand colors. It's a tool I created like 2 weeks ago, again with Gemini 3. So this is my vision for the community, to have a space where everyone can learn as much as possible, and it's guided by me. So everything you need for your brand, for your business, brand identity, brand strategy, we're going to do workshops, we're going to solve everything together. So if you're interested, going to the link, you can join the waitlist. For now it's on a private alpha, so it's not available to everyone. There are a few selected people that are, some of them are here, they get access to it, where we work in a few kinks and making sure it works, and it's gonna go public soon. You can join the waitlist, and then I'll let everyone know as soon as it's ready. And that's it. I hope this live helped you. I hope you can get something out of it so you can use in your own business and in real life. And that's it. If you have any questions, you can ask me now. You can put it in the chat. You can get me. If you go to the lab link, you also have the socials there. So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you need. And that's it. If there are no more questions, we'll end here. Okay, thanks for joining, everyone. See you in the next one.